oh, there's Mrs. Loftus, she goes on runs with us and she talks about what she does, outside of school, and I talk about the CrossFit classes too. So I think that's good for them to know that, oh, I could go lift weights if that's something that I'm interested in too. My name is Chrissy Loftus. I'm an elementary school teacher and I'm 32 years old. I'm from the Ambler area. I grew up probably 5 minutes away from here. I believe it was my brother-in-law who was the first family member to join the CrossFit gym. He invited his wife, Kelly, to join also. And since Kelly and I were running buddies, she kept saying, I have this new thing for us to try out. I think you'll like it too. I was a little hesitant at first, and then my mom ended up joining. And from there, I decided that I was going to try it out, and they were right. I enjoy it too, and here I am. In college was when I started picking up running. I had a couple friends who enjoyed to run, so we would just go out on runs. And then after college, that just seemed like the thing to do, was just to, run, sign up for half marathons. And so I went from there, and my sister and I ran one full marathon. I would probably never do that again. I like running, but now that I do CrossFit, I think I found something else that I like better. My hesitation about starting was that I had never lifted before. So normally when I went to my gym, I would go in, check in, go to my normal treadmill, and I wouldn't stray away from that area. So I was really hesitant to try lifting since I hadn't done it before. And she said, well, there's cardio in it too. It feels like a workout. I think that was my other hesitation was, when you're running and you're sweating and you're breathing hard, like you actually feel like, this is, it's your designed workout. And I guess I had been under the impression that lifting weights wasn't really cardio or like the workout I was looking for. But I was definitely mistaken. Just the other day we were doing just lifting workout, and I was definitely breathing harder than I would for like a normal running, if I were running on a treadmill. So if you're hesitating about joining CrossFit, that's totally normal because I myself was hesitant. I think that one of the most important things is to realize that everything can be scaled. For example, if you see pull-ups on there and I knew I couldn't do them, well, there's probably 10 other ways that I can scale them. And what's nice is even in a given class, there are people doing all different movements for pull-ups. So it's nice to realize that everyone does something that's specific to what their needs are. If you're in this kind of stage of your life where you think running is the end-all, be-all, which is kind of how I was, it's definitely nice to have something different, that there are people around me when I'm working out, and you get to know everyone, and they start to recognize, when something's challenging for you in a workout and they cheer for you. I always kind of think about when you're running a race and it's like the end and everyone's cheering for you and you're like, yes, this is why I run a race, for people to cheer for me at the end. Well, anytime you come to a class, it's like the finish line of a race every time. I'm around a lot of young girls, all throughout the day. At my school, I help out with the Girls on the Run program. So I think that's a way that I get to make special bonds with girls in my school. So I think it's important for them to see, a strong female in their life, because not everyone has that. I'm lucky enough that, I had a strong mom who encouraged me to go out and care about my body and do the things that I needed to do to stay healthy. So I like that I bring that to my school, and that, I make relationships with girls, and that they can see that, oh, there's Mrs. Loftus, she goes on runs with us and she talks about what she does, outside of school, and I talk about the CrossFit classes too. So I think that's good for them to know that, oh, I could go lift weights if that's something that I'm interested in too.